Welcome to Fuel for Life with me, Cindi Stickle, creating your healthy lifestyle with ease. This podcast explores nutrition and how it affects your mental and physical well-being, and it is including tips on how you can create the lifestyle you and your family deserve. Are you ready to learn how you and your family can be healthier, happier, and living your best life? Then you are in the right place. Hey everyone, welcome back to Fuel for Life podcast. I'm going to talk about practical ways that you can reduce food waste. This is really useful right now because the price of food in the grocery stores has skyrocketed in the United States. And so anytime you throw away food, you're throwing away money. And I don't like to throw away money. And I know that we've all been guilty of wasting food at some point or another. We either make too much food or forget to freeze portions of it for use at a later date. Or sometimes we forget all about that head of lettuce that got shoved to the back of the vegetable drawer and now you have to throw it away. So unfortunately, food waste is a huge problem. Not only are there people who don't have enough food, both near and far, but also this disposed of food rots in landfills and creates methane, wreaking havoc on the environment. So on top of that, wasted food is wasted money, like I mentioned before, that we could be using for other things. If we just take a little time to be proactive, we can reduce food waste, make the planet a better place, and our resources can be used for better use. So here are a few ways that you can cut down on food waste. First, you want to plan ahead. Plan things out before you hit the grocery store. Make a habit of setting your menu each week and shopping smart. Okay? I always do this. I always have a shopping list, especially if you know what meals you're going to be making. Write out, the ingredients you're going to be buying for that, and then just stick to that. So, and as hard as it may be, stick to only what's on your list, and just buy enough perishable items for what you need that week. If you run out, you can always take a quick trip to the grocery store, but if it goes to waste, it's useless. And it's those perishable items that tend to go bad first before anything else. And if you're not buying a lot of processed foods and you're buying whole foods, then you're going to see this more because whole, real food doesn't have preservatives in it. And it's the preservatives and those chemicals that help keep the food from spoiling, but they're also the ones that are not good for us to eat. You can also rearrange your produce by moving older produce to the front in your refrigerator. It can also be helpful to clean your refrigerator out first and start on this with the right foot. So that way you know what you have and you've gotten rid of everything that's already bad. And once your refrigerator is clean, you can begin the practice of moving older produce to the front of your refrigerator. After your grocery shopping trip, put the newer items behind the older ones. I know I'm guilty of this too, where I put something in the fridge and before you know it, it's been 2 weeks and I'm like, oh, I forgot I bought that and it's already gone bad. Okay, so if you try and bring the older stuff forward, you'll see that and you'll use that first. Especially, to me, like if I see it, I'll use it. If I don't see it, out of sight, out of mind, then I forget that it's there, unfortunately. Some people keep a waste journal. So you keep a notepad in your kitchen that can be used as a waste journal. So every time you have to throw, a food item away, write it down on this waste list. This will help you keep track of what you're throwing away so you can begin to see the patterns. You can use this knowledge to plan better and waste less. For example, if you notice you're consistently throwing out lettuce, you may need to plan better storage for it, or you can buy less than you normally do. And this is a good idea because I know I do, week to week, I'll forget what I have had to throw out the week before. So by writing it down, you have record of it and you can see if it's the same food every time or more consistently. Then you're like, oh wow, like the lettuce example, I need to store it better or I need to buy less of it, because it is literally like just taking money and throwing it right in your garbage can instead of the food. And with the price of food going up and possible like inflation, you really want to start saving money wherever you can and saving food. And you can get creative too. Waste less food by getting creative with your leftovers. Midweek, take the time to make it a leftovers night. You can either serve it up as original or jazz it up with some of your other on-hand ingredients. Do you have too much of a good thing? You can just throw more of that into your meal. Invest in proper storage containers and freeze them, for later use. So if you haven't already frozen an item, you can freeze it. So if you've already, like say when I cook the turkey meatballs, I will freeze half the batch. And that way, I have them, they don't go bad. But when I thaw those out, I can't refreeze them. So if you're cooking with something that you haven't already frozen in that original form, but if you've frozen, thawed, or raw meat and then cooked it, well, then you can freeze it because it's not still raw. It's now cooked. So if you have plenty of extra food, definitely freeze it. And you can freeze it in like individual smaller containers for lunch. So you could just pop it out, thaw it out, take it to work, okay? Because that will definitely save you time too when you're getting ready for work. You can also use your some of your scraps of vegetables for stock, like carrots or celery. Save all the scraps that you have left over, the ones that you're not using at that moment. And this goes basically for all veggie scraps. Toss them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the freezer and save those scraps. And if you make soups and stews, you already have your celery and carrots ready for that recipe. And you just have to pull them out and thaw it. And you don't have to buy them anymore. You already have it. So you're using up a lot of what you have already, plus now you're using up what you would have thrown away. Okay, so again, saving money. And then we can think smarter too with the produce that we buy. Like your kids might not like the way the bananas look when they start to turn brown, okay? But you know that they're still good to eat. So try cutting up the bananas into slices and freezing them to throw into smoothies, okay? You can also, stick them in the freezer and then that way they're all ready, okay? You can buy long-lasting produce that doesn't spoil quickly to reduce waste each month. Some of the lasting produce would include onions, oranges, potatoes, carrots, celery, and apples. But yeah, anything that you can freeze and then add to a recipe later is just going to save you money. A lot of people will pickle their food. So when you have extra fruits and vegetables, people pickle them. Cucumbers, for instance, because they turn into pickles. But you could also take cauliflower and slices of carrots and celery and pickle them too, because you can buy those already pickled in the grocery store. So anything extra, you could definitely pickle. And then when all else fails, donate food you can't use before it goes bad. Your local soup kitchen will be delighted to have something that can be used to help feed those in need. There's also a new app called Olio, Olio, that you can download to your phone. And it's essentially a food sharing app to share your surplus food with those in your area that need it. Okay, so that's also very helpful. But yeah, definitely throwing food away is pretty much throwing money away. And it always bothers me when I have to throw food away, because I'm thinking to myself, like, this is actual money. Like, if I hadn't bought this, I wouldn't be throwing it away right now. So, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm putting the link to the handout that you can download to, give you ideas. So that will be in the this podcast. So look for the link and you can download it. And I will see you guys later. Bye.